Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
Oh, there she is.
Hey,
Playing hide and seek earlier.
I'm sorry, I've never done live before.
Now you have. I
Now I
broken your
have.
I broken your live virginity.
Exactly.
Anyway, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm not too bad, trying to stay safe, stay healthy. So far, so good. So, yeah, it's just kind of crazy times over here. How about yourself?
I've been good. Key worker over here, so I'm good. Go to work, then come home and just work on this stuff mainly. So
Nice.
why this is taking up my time outside of work.
Okay. Well, it's good. I like what you're doing. It's cool that you're working with the BBL and WBBL. So,
Definitely, yeah, yeah. And also some division ones, but yeah, yeah, this is the passion of mine. So yeah, I want to see you guys up there a bit more, innit? I want the public to know you guys.
yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah.
that for sure.
So what's your how you been dealing with quarantine anyway? How have you adapted to it?
I weirdly I feel like I'm used to it now. I try to have like a little routine down every day, I usually sleep in not too late, maybe like 8 or
Get
9.
get that
And
line in it.
yeah. And yeah, been trying to work out, the gyms and the indoor courts are starting to open up here, but I don't really trust that. So I've been doing most of my stuff outside,
Yeah, yeah.
like workouts and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm still in school, so I still have, some schoolwork to work on, which takes up a lot of my time.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah,
You're on top of it though, yeah?
for the most part, yeah.
That delayed. Yeah, for the most part, yeah, yeah.
Some days more than others.
Okay, okay, okay. Long as you're getting somewhere.
Exactly.
Nice, nice. So we get into it. Where did you grow up, Miss Betsy?
Yes. So I grew up in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. So
Timberwolves.
yeah, so I'm right in St. Paul, which is like the Twin City of Minneapolis. So yeah, my state is like right underneath Canada, and I'm in like the big city. So this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
is I went here for university as well for my undergrad. I went to Division II school here, and yeah, so I just stayed in Minnesota. I've pretty much been here my whole life.
Okay. And then you bump into the big ticket anytime.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite player. Um, I did. I got to see him play like I think once or twice when I was little. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Lucky, lucky.
Kevin Garnett fan.
Me? Yeah, yeah, I am. I love Garnet. Loved him, man.
Yeah, he's always gonna be a
Pas-
Minnesota, not a Boston Celtic. He's a Minnesota.
Passion. Yeah, that passion. You know what I mean? It's a shame that they didn't get him the help that he needed in his prime, but it happened.
No, it's okay. I'm still happy that he won a championship. So,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. When did you get into basketball?
oh gosh, I think I was probably about maybe six,
Okay.
yeah. Um, and it started off like nothing serious. It was mostly just dribbling a ball in my backyard or on the street,
Yeah, yeah,
um, around, nothing serious at all. And my dad is a coach. He coaches boys.
yeah.
So I started to get a little bit older. I would go and play with the boys. And that's kind of how,
Okay.
because it started to kind of be like I wanted to beat the boys. And I
Good.
think it started.
So you reckon playing with the boys made you better?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But
Yeah.
did you have any older brothers than that? Or was it just guys you randomly met?
Just random guys that usually were playing on my dad's team that he would coach. And yeah, I only have
Oh.
one sister, so really playing with just those boys, I was like used to being the only girl in the gym.
Hey, listen, if it makes you better and stronger, it's brought you over here. So,
which I think helps a lot.
Okay. And when did you actually fall in love? Like, when did you say to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna take this as a career now?
Um, well, in high school, probably when I was about um, maybe 16, 17, I decided that I wanted to play in college, in university. So I think that's when I got a little bit more serious about it because I also played soccer or football as well.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So I think in high school, that's kind of the year where I decided to focus more on basketball. And then once I played in college, that's when I was like, okay, I really like this. Maybe I can try to take this overseas or something like that.
Definitely, definitely. Did you have plans to go WNBA?
No, I don't think so. No.
Why not? You could have went played Minnesota. Was it Sphinx? Oh, they got over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Lynx. I get to go to
Lynx.
a lot of Lynx games because I'm like 5 minutes from downtown, so I go to a lot of Lynx games. I got to watch Temmie a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was a huge Temmie fan, and then like when I came over here and I found out that like my teammate Nicolette and Molly, they both got to play with her for like the national team. I was
Oh, damn.
like fangirling. I'm like, you know, Temmie. Oh my gosh, I watched her for the Lynx. So that was kind of cool. But no, I mean, I think it was probably a dream when I was younger, but as of now, like I think I'm more realistic with it, and you know, I know my level of play, and I was just enjoying myself in England, really.
Oh man, that's dope, man. I like that. I like that. So yeah, so talk us through your journey leading up to Durham then.
Yeah,
What?
right. So I graduated from university here in the States in 2017.
Yeah.
And I thought at the time that I was done with basketball. So I stopped playing. I ended up working like just three part-time jobs. I
Oh,
was
serious?
coaching. Yeah, I was like coaching. I was working in a school kind of as like a teacher's assistant. And I worked at the YMCA, like a workout facility. And that whole year that I kind of worked, I was like missing basketball that whole time. And I was
I
like,
can imagine.
man, I'm like, I made a mistake. How come I didn't try to go overseas when I graduated? So I ended up getting in contact with one of my friends from college, and she kind of had a connection with me to get myself over here. So kind of through her agent, I ended up finding the WBBL, and I signed that year, I think in like, gosh, when did I start talking to them? Maybe February. And then the next year, I just worked out like every day, got back into basketball shape. And then that next year, I was out here or out in England playing. So it was like that 1 year off, and then I was in England.
Uh, So that 1 year off, man, how did you how did you find that 1 year off not playing basketball? Was you kind of just like
Whew.
used to it, or was you straight away just like, you know what, I wish I was playing still?
Man, it was really tough that year off. Like I was still coaching basketball, so I was
Yeah.
around it, but I'm like, man, this is not the same as playing. Like, I don't think you can coach until you like have fully accepted that you're done playing. And I had
Oh.
not accepted that yet. Like
Right.
every time I was coaching, I was like, man, I just want to be out there playing.
Did you like go on the court and show the kids some moves and that just to
A
so
little bit, yeah, a little bit. After practices, I'll be like, all right, who wants to play one on one? Like, let's go. I'm trying to play. But yeah, that whole year just made me realize like I was not ready for like a 9 to 5 job where I was done with basketball. I was like, I can't do this. I need to just at least try to get overseas.
Okay, okay. And so you said you spoke to someone you knew you had connections with. Did you have kind of any options of where you was gonna go, or was it Durham at the time? What option did you have for going?
Right. So through my agent really, she had talked with Lee Davey, my coach at Durham. I think he reached out, and so they got in contact, and so she told me about it, and I was like really interested because I would be able to play professionally and get my master's degree, which really appealed to me. So that was a cool opportunity. And then there was another team in Denmark
Yeah.
that was also talking. But really, I was a lot more serious about England just because, like, at that point, I had kind of like looked into the league, I looked into the school, I looked into the team, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think I definitely want to go to England to play.
So you kind of was, so you was also coming to England to study as well then, yeah? Is
Yeah, that really appealed to me.
so you're doing a master's over here, I take it?
Yeah, Masters of Education I'm doing.
Okay, and how's that going? How many years you got of that?
So it was a 1-year program that
Yeah.
I did part-time over the past 2 years. So I should be finishing up in September is when my final dissertation is due. But it's been a good experience. School is, I don't know if it's like a US, UK thing or if it's an undergrad, grad thing, but I find school to be a lot tougher over in England. But like in a good way, like it really does challenge me. And, you know, a lot of the papers that I've written, like I've been
Yeah.
really interested in, but it's definitely been more challenging. I find it.
Uni, yeah, it can be challenging from my experience. I'm sure Nicolette could tell you her experiences as well. So
Yeah, definitely. Nikki, she helped me a lot actually with like
it's
my
the
school
Harvard
stuff.
referencing and all that. They can be,
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
yes. And it's so much like it's very independent, you know, like you're responsible for uh getting your work done, you know,
Yeah.
timing it out, you know, it's like you really have to be disciplined to get your stuff done.
Yep, definitely, definitely. So talking of Durham, what was your so talk us through the whole culture you experienced and give us your perspective of the whole culture of Durham on and off the court. So down to your fans and then off the court what it was like as well. And then the
Yeah,
city yourself.
right. So all just a recap of all of Durham and my coach, you said?
Um yeah, just a whole perspective of the whole culture, the basketball culture there and the culture off the court as well.
Okay. Um, my coach is Lee Davy, for
No,
those who don't know.
culture.
Oh,
Not
culture. I'm sorry.
not coach. Your culture,
Oh
culture.
my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. The
Because of my
culture.
English accent, mate. Culture. You know what I mean?
I I'm sorry. I've been in the US for too long. Like I'm used to hearing, you know, our accents, which are not as nice as yours. But oh yeah, okay. So the culture at Durham, that this year especially, like last year was a lot of fun, but this year especially, the culture I really enjoyed. It's a place where everybody's gonna come work hard and practice, but when I tell you that my team had the most fun, like we just make everything in and outside of practice like so fun. I played with such like a group of unselfish people and players. No one really cared about, you know, who got the attention, who got the shots, who had the most points. Really, we all just came together and like had one common goal, and that was to win every game that we played.
Yeah.
And you know, I just think like the attitude that we all had, it was just so. We just had such a good chemistry on and off the court. Like I don't know if I've ever been on a team with all players really buy into the system, and I think we really all bought in to just playing for the team.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like
Yeah. And I mean,
that.
off the court, like it's probably like the funniest group of people that I've ever been around. Just goofy all the time. Like you'll be constantly entertained. Like I swear we could have had a reality TV show. It
You
was,
should.
yeah.
I could sort that out for you, don't worry. I could sort that out for you. I'll bring my cameraman
Okay.
in.
Yeah. Next season,
Yeah,
maybe you should
we
come
took
out.
some good prices, you know. Uh, so the city of Durham, how did the city of Durham treat you though? Like, how was that?
Oh yeah, Durham is like a small, beautiful city. When I first got there, it didn't seem so small because I would
Yeah.
get lost all the time. Like walking everywhere, I would get so lost. But now that I've been there, like really, that's pretty much my second home. It's really small, as I said. It's like easy to learn your way around. It's like right on a river, so it's like really pretty. There's a lot of there's the big cathedral, the Durham Cathedral, where part of
Yeah.
Harry Potter was filmed. That's really cool.
Oh, right. Harry Potter film.
Yeah, part of the Harry Potter. It's like the courtyard, in the cathedral. That's
Okay.
where,
Yeah.
you know, Harry Potter and his friends, I guess, flew around on their brooms.
Fair
But
enough. Didn't watch
but
Harry Potter, me, mate.
oh, I love Harry Potter. But no, and so Durham as a place, and like the people up there are very nice. I found it. I had to get used to the northern accent for sure. You know, sometimes I'm like, whew, having to focus on what people are
Yeah.
saying, but definitely I got used to it, and Durham really became a home for me.
Don't. Is the accent very nearish like Geordies, like they sound like Newcastle, was it?
Yeah, yeah, it
Slightly
is.
different.
Some, I won't say everybody, but yeah, a lot of the people I'm like, okay, I can tell that you're from up north, you're from Durham because of their accent.
I
Yeah.
wondered, I always wondered because I heard it was near Newcastle.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever go out to Newcastle at times?
Yeah. Newcastle is fun. And that's what's nice about Durham too, is like it is smaller, but it's a 10-minute, 15-minute train ride from Newcastle. So we would go up there for, you know, a night out or shopping, or if we just wanted to go out to eat or
Mm.
something like that. It's really easy.
Or for the Eagles, you know, you go over there,
For the
you play
Eagles, true.
play the Eagles. What was it like that? So were they like your biggest rivalry up there, the Eagles? Because obviously you guys were kind of close.
Yeah, I would say so. This past year, actually, when we played Newcastle at home, they like set out extra seats, extra bleachers in the
Yeah.
gym. Which I mean, I would say a lot of people, more people than usual, came to watch us. Unfortunately, we lost, but I would
Oh
say
yeah.
I would say that's a good rivalry for sure, just because we're so close.
Yeah, definitely. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's good. Question to ask about Newcastle. All right, no worries, we'll move on. And talk us through now. Fast forward a bit. You've been to the trophy finals twice, runner up. You know,
Hmm.
so don't want to. I know that that's a tough losses there, but they were
Yes.
against a great team twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like talk us through that. Talk us through each of those experiences. You know, take us through both of those experiences. Like the first season, you got to a trophy cup final, and then the second season, you got there.
Right. Yeah. So first season, that was a pretty big deal for us to make it to that trophy final. I don't think our record in like the championship games was that good, but we were still able to make it to the final. So that was like a big deal for us. We were really excited. And, you know, the first time playing in like the big arena for the trophy final was like so awesome. Like they really take care of you there. You know, it's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, like they feed you after the game, and like just the experience of
Oh, man.
uh, kind of behind the scenes, you know, like you get there, you go to the locker room, you're playing music, you run out of the tunnel, you know, they did like a light show, and like it's little things like that that really made the experience cool. You know, and then once the game starts, it's basketball, you know, you just gotta play. Unfortunately, that game was close. So yeah, the first year we lost to Leicester. It was close. I want to say we lost by 2 or 3, but I mean, we came out on the losing end, but really you couldn't have asked for a better game. I mean, it was really back and forth. I think we obviously wanted to win, but at that point it was like our first time making it to a final, and we were thankful for that experience, you know, being able to be there and play such a good team with such a cool environment, and the crowd got into it and everything. So then this past year when we made it, I think
Yeah,
we were kind of thinking like, all right, now we got to get there and we got to win. You know, we don't just want to get there and enjoy the experience. We want to get there and
yeah,
we
win.
want to make the most of it. So, yeah, we went into that game, and I think we felt pretty confident for the most part. We knew it was going to be a close game. Again, we played Leicester. They're such a good team. They have depth. They're big in size. So
Definitely.
we knew it was going to be a good game going into it. But it was still a really cool experience, and still a good game, but unfortunately we lost again. But again, it was, we were grateful to be there. And, you know, at that point it was kind of like, I think we were the last game to play, because of COVID. So,
Yeah, def
so
yeah,
we
it
were
was.
like, hey, you know what? At least we got to play the last game. We didn't know if we would play again after that. So we kind of just like took a moment and we're like, you know what? If this is our
Okay.
last game, like this was a good experience as far as what stage you get to play on, what kind of game you can end your season on.
I definitely I heard that. And you know,
Yeah.
talking of the size, they were a really big team, innit? They had quite a few
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
women there.
definitely.
They had Ella Clark who was there, was one of the big ones, and then they had the
Hmm.
MVP was big apparently,
Yep. Yep.
and who else they had another young one, is it Miss Oliver, Olivia or something
Kate
like that.
Oliver, yep.
Yeah,
Kate Oliver, she's so good. She's a post, but she can like shoot from outside. So she's like
that's
a threat
mad.
anywhere. Yeah, yeah. And then they have like Bria Elmore too, who
Yeah,
she can play point guard, but she
she's a
kind of
big
plays point
guard.
guard too. And she's nice. She can play.
And you got their defensive specialist over there, Ashton, right?
Yeah, yep. Ashton. Yeah, they have five solid players like at every position. So yeah, they're a solid team for
But for
sure.
you to put up a fight against that,
Hmm.
that is a testament to you lot, really.
Well, yeah, because like on our, you know, I think that we were a really strong team. I think our record might not show that, but I mean, if you look at, you know, our three guards, it was me. I'm about 5'5". It was Nicolette. She's about 5'5",
She's
and
he's tiny
D
man.
Hayward. Yeah, and like I think D Hayward. She's probably maybe I don't know if she's gonna watch this. Maybe she's like 5'7". So it's like we started us three, and like that's a pretty small lineup, you know. But
In the backcourt.
yeah, yeah. So I think we tried to use it to our advantage, you know, offensively, because we all are quick. We like to
Run.
go, but defensively sometimes it's hard to match up with teams.
Okay, and how was it like going up against the MVP? Is it Sarah? I don't know her second name, but the one for
Yeah,
Finland.
yeah, right. And she had a great game against us too. And that's the thing. It's like if you focus on, you know, Oliver and you're trying to stop Oliver, it's like someone else is going to be open and she's an equal threat. You know, she can hit shots, she can run the floor. So it's like really, it was hard to decide like who you could help off of, you know?
I could understand that definitely.
Yeah.
But you lot kept it close though, so you know, hopefully if you
Yeah.
lot get some pieces going into the next season, you might have some pieces that can help you compete even
Right.
more than the trophy. So, so you know you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that
for
in there.
sure.
So also I want to bring up because we just spoke about it, COVID. Your the second trip to the finals now.
Hmm.
How did you like? What was your perspective on having to deal with that issue and not being able to interact as much with fans as you would usually would because I know they were limited,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
obviously those networking opportunities you couldn't do because of that.
Hmm. Right. So kind of like leading up to the game, we were following like other leagues, like in Europe, and so many leagues have been canceled. So we were like, oh my gosh, are we even gonna play a game? Like we didn't really know what was happening. And then like the morning of the game came and we were nothing. So we were like, all right, we just gotta be focused, ready to play. And I remember like our coach just saying like be smart, you know, try not to give high fives. Which is hard because like you're so used to it. So like just little things like that. But I mean, really, it's like you can't do much with basketball because you need to be next to the person you're guarding, you know, and like even if you're not on the court, if you're on the bench, you sit right next to each other. So he tried to take some precautions, but it was kind of hard to do that. And then like after the game, there was actually still a pretty good crowd there, which surprised me. I didn't know how many people would show up
Yeah, there was
with
quite a few.
COVID, but yes, there was a good crowd. So after the game, I think for the most part, we tried to just clear out and go back to the locker rooms as fast as we could. Like some people still wanted pictures, which was okay, but I guess we just tried to limit like touching others.
Yeah, I know. I can
Yeah.
imagine that. I was meant to come down. I was all planning to come down and
Oh
everything,
yeah,
tickets and VIP tickets. My main reason was to come down and try and network, but because of
yeah,
all the corona and that, I just thought I'm gonna come down and not be able to speak to
right.
anyone. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think there was really much that went on after our game. We pretty much just cleared the floor and the men came on. It wasn't much
yeah,
like interviews or anything like that. Yeah.
same thing happened with Leicester game as well. Because
Oh
I went to
really?
their game before yours. They literally just went and played Manchester. They played Manchester at home,
Mm-hmm.
and after Manchester, they left, and that
Wow.
was it. They had to leave the court.
Yeah. Right.
So
That's
that
crazy.
was a bit disappointing, though, but
Mm-hmm.
it happens. So so your teammates, talk to me about some of your teammates, man. How much did they embrace you? Was it the first time you had met them, or some of them, or is it like,
Yeah, yeah. So like from my first year to my second year, I was like the only, or me and other, or wait, yeah, me and another girl, Sunny. We were pretty much like the only returners for this year. So
okay,
really, it was like everyone was new. I had heard of some like Nicolette, because she had been at Durham before I
yeah, yeah,
got there. So
yes,
I heard stories about her, and I felt like I knew her before I even met her.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, and same with like Sierra Caesar, the other American on my team. She had been at Durham previous years, so I kind of knew about her. And then it was funny when Molly and Dee and Claire transferred from Leicester to Durham because I had played against them, but never with them. So coming into Durham, I was like, all right, these are all these people who I know them, but I don't know them. And
yeah, yeah,
Cara Elderkin too. But it was kind of the thing where once we met each other, it just clicked really. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
no awkwardness or
No,
tension or
no
anything like
ego.
that. Like we were all happy to be there.
Talking like you met each other from the ages.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really how it felt. It seemed like we had met each other before.
The beauty of basketball, I say. And
Yes.
and I know in that game as well. Talking of that, go back a bit. You had a great game yourself. I
Oh,
posted it. I posted it up on my page. So
oh
the
god.
sharp shooting and that. Yeah, I see you. Don't worry, I see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, went out losing. Even went out just gunning. Went out with a fight. That's good. That's cool, man. So where did that sharp shooting come from, man? Is
Oh man. I
practice?
Yeah, yeah. Like back here at home, like in the basketball courts, there's a lot of like shooting machines. Have you seen like
Yeah,
the shooting machine? They have like the big like net that goes around the basket, and you shoot and it gets your rebound and it like throws it back out to you.
yeah.
So I would just
Okay.
get on that for like I don't even know, maybe an hour or two a day, just over and over shooting like
Repetition.
a couple hundred threes a day. But really, it's like I feel like anyone on my team could have done that. It just happened to be my day that day.
Ah, man, it was just yeah, it was your day that day. You just went in. I was like, what? I was looking at these highlights. I was like, no, damn, I'm gonna get this person up. I'm like, cool, cool.
Thank you.
Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.